Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Baiba. Now we could hear you clearly. Welcome,
Okay.
Baiba.
Yeah. Okay. Just also trying to fix camera and microphone that everything is working. So hello to everyone.
Hi. Welcome.
Yeah. Welcome, Baiba.
Hello, can you hear me? Guys? Hello?
Yes, you're audible, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Hello.
Pavel, good afternoon. Welcome.
I had the problem with computer. I connected, but I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me. So that's the problem. Okay. Can you hear me now? Because I joined with AirPods.
Yes, you are audible, Pavel.
Yes.
Okay.
Very clear.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi. Hi everyone. I'm DJ from FABC. So since we have already crossed our posted time, I'd just like to wait for a few minutes so that other people can join as well, since the count is too low. Yeah.
DJ, I saw more than 50 people joined in the list.
Yes, sir. So shall we start or can we wait for 3 more minutes?
Okay, so we'll start by the next 3 minutes.
Yes.
We can wait. The question is how many people you expected? Because if you expected, let's say 100, so we'll see.
No, the
if we,
registered count is 100, and the most expected people, like from Saudi, from Sri Lanka, from US, and others have logged in. So that means the wide audience is what we are looking, and that they have logged in already.
Yeah.
From UAE, India. So just 2 more minutes, we'll start.
Hello everyone, can we begin?
Yes, Sarah. Good afternoon. We can start.
Good afternoon, sir. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I trust you are doing fantastic. I'm Sarah, and joining me today is Dhananjay. He'll be your host for the day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a good day. I'm pleased to welcome you all to this webinar on Web3, Employability and Entrepreneurship, hosted by the First Academy of Blockchain Council, the world's first Web 3.0 platform with NFT Skill ID. We revolutionize connectivity by linking skill seekers and skill providers through a vibrant blockchain ecosystem, where we provide unbiased education and employability by enforcing equality and equity in the internet economy.
Sarah, you're on mute.
Yes, sir. And today we have gathered a panel of esteemed speakers who will share their expertise on various aspects in the world of Web 3.0. The webinar's agenda is packed with intriguing topics that revolve around the evolution of Web 3 and its global impact on employability and entrepreneurship.
So we would like to welcome our speakers, Dr. Pavel Shopkov, Mr. Shakti Vishakan Rajaguru, Mr. Anup Kumar, and Ms. Baba Broka. I hope the pronunciation is correct. Sorry if the pronunciation is wrong.
Here's a quick overview of the agenda. We'll begin by decoding the shift from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, exploring its effects on employability and entrepreneurship. Subsequently, we'll analyze Web 3's impact on industries, focusing on entrepreneurial opportunities. And shifting our attention, we'll then investigate on Web 3's impact on investments, capital markets, and banking strategies. Following which, we'll delve into regulatory trends and its measurable societal influence, which leads further to our exploration to the insights on talent creation, education, employment in the Web 3 era. And finally, we'll concentrate on the Web 3's impact on global education, accessibility, and affordability. And stay tuned for an exciting reveal towards the end of our webinar, where we'll introduce and discuss our innovative new platform, Skill Area.
Thanks for the quick overview. We have an exciting and insightful session ahead. So let's dive right in. So I would like to turn everyone's attention towards a seasoned professional, Mr. Anup Kumar, who is with us here. He has a track record which boasts leadership in over 150 plus blockchain projects. He has multidimensional expertise spanning digital marketing, technical leadership, and strategic consultations. He has provided valuable guidances to numerous businesses. His ability to map technology with business logic showcases a rare blend of technical acumen and business vision. So let me invite Mr. Anup to decode the shift of Web 2 to Web 3. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so hello everyone, good day, and I hope my voice is very clear and audible, and I would like to welcome all the fellow attendees to today's webinar, and also warm welcome to Pavel, Baiba, Shakti, and Manjunath. So yes, thanks for introducing DJ. And so speaking about the migration, especially from Web 2 to Web 3, and how it has created more opportunities in the Web3 space, especially with regards to employability and entrepreneurship, is the number of startups which have evolved from the days when Web 2 to Web 3 migration have initially begun, and in today's date where large-scale adoption of Web 3 technology has taken place, is largely the quantity of number of startups has scaled up very drastically high in number, especially with the introduction of decentralized distribution systems, and also with the introduction of decentralized exchanges, DAOs, and various other different technological innovations that have been introduced into the space. So with regards to this, my understanding or from the market, the analysis that we could understand is that the number of designations have drastically improved, and with the introduction of many such startups, the multidisciplinary nature required for a certain individual has drastically increased as well. In today's date, if you look at the position or a designation in which a person, a chief marketing officer, functions, is directly proportional, or it also directs the way that a product leadership functions. It also directs the way that an operational activity happens. Also, the growth and partnerships associate has to work closely with the CMO to ensure that the branding is functionally happening, and also the wide audience reach is happening for the same brand. So similarly, on the same line, there are many designations which have arisen from the introduction of blockchain, especially with regards to technical roles and non-technical roles as well. And prominently, technical roles have risen up drastically because of the various different natures of blockchain that have been introduced, such as, say, for an example, let's take public and private blockchains. So if you look at the languages or the framework used to develop a tool or an application in a private blockchain is a little bit different or totally different when compared to other blockchain networks and their requirements. Let's say with the introduction or maybe with the hype around the introduction of Bitcoin layer 2 and mass adoption, where there has been a constant commotion in the market discussing about the pros and cons, where the developer community wants a layer 2 scaling to happen because of the number of opportunities that can arise out of it, and also the various different requirements or the networks that can scale out of it with new introduction of organizations. And especially with people in the fintech world and investors and key Bitcoin enthusiasts, they would still love to go ahead with the layer 1 Bitcoin introduction and not with the layer 2 scaling up, because of the fact that they feel Bitcoin has a uniqueness to its prowess. So and also, if you compare with the introduction of networks such as Ethereum and Polygon, especially of recent days, there have been networks such as AVAX and Solana being one of the prominent networks in recent market pump and dump activities, where multiple tokens have surged drastically in prices, introducing new technological products which bring in more flexibility to roles and designations, and also gives space for innovation, for people to be innovative. And today, if you look at the number of product-based organizations which are actually arising out in the market compared to the previously existing service-based organizations, the understanding is that for each and every product, there is a certain number of specialization required. There is a certain number of designations specially tailor-made for that particular institution or the organization. And there is an internal understanding that compared to the previous days, in today's date, if you look at the speed at which organizations scale up, at the speed at which they are able to raise funds, presenting their ideas into the market, and if you look at the speed at which they are also able to come up with new innovative solutions, introduce it into the market, launch the product, that is drastically higher as well, because people are working flexibly and also contributing on various different levels in today's date, is my observation from what I could personally see from the migration of Web 2 to Web 3. And furthermore, with much more adoption taking place in the market, I see that the number of opportunities are going to keep on increasing in this market, and especially for individuals or product-based organizations which are mastering how to handle technologies such as blockchain, AI, and big data. So this will be the key aspect for any organization to scale up drastically, and also to show their expertise in this field, along with building many such innovative products which are going to solve multiple key statements in the market, everyone. So I believe I have been able to provide some insights from my side, and yeah, I'd say that if any of you have any questions, please do drop it into the chat box, and I'll always be happy to address these questions at the end of the session.
Yes, sir. So thank you for your insights across these multiple domains. Yeah. So next up, we have Mr. Pavel, and to say about him, he's a highly accomplished, seasoned professional who's based in Dubai. His extensive background in digital assets with a focus on investment, capital markets, banking solutions, and payments positions him as a thought leader at the intersection of finance and technology. His dedication to shaping the future of financial ecosystems through strategic insights is truly commendable. So I would like to invite Mr. Powell to speak about potential impact on the investment strategies, capital markets, and banking solutions in the world of Web3. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good day, all of you guys. I don't know if there is some interaction with people who joined to our webinar. So if yes, please let me know, because also I have a few questions during my speech. But if not, of course, it will be like more like the monologue. But the most important things between this Web 2 and Web 3 approach is the fact that Web 2 is completely centralized. So if you will compare this Web 2 approach is like actual financial and banking sector. It's completely centralized. So it means that the banks, they are responsible and they concentrate all activities in their hands. The same situation is with traditional financial market. You have one stock exchange, you have intermediaries like brokerage houses, and all of those players on these markets are responsible for all activities. In Web 3 approach, where everything is decentralized, you are your own bank, because you are your own custody. You have access to your wallet, decentralized wallet, and only you have access to this wallet. So there is no need to have any intermediaries. So this approach completely changed, and this Web3 completely will revolutionize these sectors. Why? Not only because of the fact that everything will be much direct and decentralized, but also many intermediaries will be eliminated. So even today, the DeFi, it's growing very fast. So you can find a lot of solutions. First, decentralized wallets, like Trust Wallet, like MetaMask wallets. So in fact, you are your own bank. You have access through your computer, through your mobile, to your assets. You can swap to another currency, like in a traditional bank, swapping from one currency to another. You can transfer your money, and first of all, you're saving the time and the money, because transferring, let's say, even $100,000, let's say, from India to Europe, or from Europe to Middle East, first it takes a lot of time. Later, you have a lot of compliance things related to the banks, documents, and you have to wait probably one day. In DeFi space, everything's going very smoothly. It takes you just a few seconds, maybe a few minutes, and the money will be received by, let's say, your customer. So all these elements is like the main impact is the fact that it will be decentralized and you have the direct access to those services. What is more important, as Anup said, that smart contracts, which are built on different blockchains, they are much more flexible than traditional financial products. Let's for example, compare traditional bonds, corporate bonds, when you have a, let's say, interest, which is paid to you as a bondholders every month or every quarter, yearly, or let's say zero coupon bonds, which are paid, you know, the moment when bonds expire. But having the smart contract, you can pay interest using the smart contracts every day, every hour, every minute. So it's, believe me, it's impossible in traditional approach, centralized, that somebody will be sitting in front of the computer and having the list, let's say, of 2,000 bondholders doing the every day, let's say, transfer or every minute transfer to them, let's say, fiat money. So this is completely not let's say, not efficiency, and it's even impossible if you will think about it in traditional, you know, centralized way. All those elements have a big impact because it also means that you, as an individual, you can manage your own money. Today, for example, if you would like to have access to some, let's say, bond offers, usually you will go through brokerage house. So you need to go to brokerage house, or you need to travel to the closest branch. You need to submit a lot of documents. You need to put some questionnaire that you are familiar, you understand the risk, all of this stuff. Later you will receive the access, and still you will be able not to buy directly, but you have to transfer your or give the permission to transfer your money to some pool, which is managed by, let's say, this asset management. Here in Web3 approach, you can do it by yourself. Even more, this is something very important. What Anup also mentioned is fact that very popular are decentralized autonomous organization. So it means that in the fact you can be the part of organization, you will be able to be like the part of the management, having the governance tokens, which allows you to vote to which project you will invest your money and the money of the community. This is something which also doesn't exist in traditional financial market. Why? Because the market is very regulated. You need to have dedicated team. You need to apply for the special license. For the management and investment team, there are a lot of requirements, and also risk for this management is on their shoulder. So if somebody from you guys are interested in to be also, let's say, small assets manager, you can do it by yourself in Web3 world directly, having your, let's say, MetaMask wallet or some other decentralized wallet, because there is no discussion and there is no option for any credit card, debit card, or direct bank transfer, because you are recognized as a wallet, as an address. Of course, in some sectors and in some, let's say, jurisdiction, of course, you need to submit your KYC documents to understand who you are, but generally, you are directly responsible and you are directly access to those investments. So this is something which changed completely the traditional capital market and the banking market. Today, like 80% of the accounts which you have guys in the bank, you use just to receive some salary, do the payments, your invoices, and doing the payments using your card, debit card, doing some payments in shops. Having nowadays, even this is something, you know, what you can also find on the market. You have an application, you have a Visa card, and Visa card is connected to your wallet, and on the wallet you have only cryptocurrency. You have stablecoin USDT, you can have Bitcoin, you can have Ethereum. There is no need by yourself to transfer anywhere those to any centralized exchanges, those cryptocurrencies, tokens. and swap to fiat, later withdraw this fiat from centralized exchanges to your bank, and then you can use it. Today, guys, having the USDT or Bitcoin or Ethereum, some other, the more important currencies with the highest liquidity, and having the Visa card, which is connected to your wallet, you can do the payment all over the world, even in internet. It will be automatically swapped to local currency, local fiat. In Europe will be in euro. In, let's say, in United Arab Emirates will be dirham. In India will be local rupees. But this is something that already exists. And in my personal opinion, banks will have, and the other intermediaries, like brokerage houses, they will have big problems in the nearest future if they will not decide to enter in this decentralized world. Their role in this financial market will be very limited, and some of them will completely disappear from the market. So my let's say my opinion, and also like my advice to you, is to be strong related to Web3, trying to analyze, read everything what is going around this sector, especially financial, banking and capital markets, because it will be revolution. You will see that in the next few years, it will be the biggest or the fastest growing the branch and sector on the market, much faster than everything what include blockchain but is centralized. Thank you very much. Sarah, you are muted. We cannot.
Sarah, you are speaking to yourself.
I'm sorry about that. Thank you, sir. Your wisdom has been truly valuable, and I will take your advice. So moving on, we have the distinguished Baiba broker, a legal advisor extraordinaire in the realm of digital assets and fintech projects. Based in Dubai, Baiba plays a pivotal role in navigating the intricate legal landscapes of the rapidly evolving digital asset sector. Her expertise and strategic counsel contribute significantly to the success and compliance of ventures in this industry. So let's invite Baiba broker to share her insights on regulatory trends and its measurable societal influence. Over to you, Baiba.
Thank you for invitation. Thank you to everyone. So happy to have this opportunity to talk to you. And of course, following my colleagues who previously spoke already, so being a lawyer is always a little bit like, so seems to be too complicated and not so interesting, but I will try to little bit put some interesting moments. We have to look at what is happening in the market today from the legal perspective, what kind of lessons we have learned, and what shall we expect, maybe looking in the future and just like, in the year of 2024. And today I think, so we are already in the moment when we are seeing that this, as we call crypto winter, or this bear market is going to the end. So we see that markets start moving. And one of the reasons which actually triggered the market is everything what happens in the United States of America, which is still very important driver of the digital asset market. And then, of course, from the legal point of view, it is very important to mention that the U.S. Securities and Exchange decision to approve Bitcoin ETF is very, very significant signal. And actually, it starts new era of the financial markets in general. And as we see already, the market is moving. We see that this ecosystem of blockchain or digital assets, which used to be only like a hype of very limited society, which were really technology driven, former gamers at the age of 14 who decided to trust and to believe to the cryptocurrencies and to see how they can use them in everyday life. right now we are looking to the completely different environment when we see that very conservative financial market players like investment funds, pension funds, and all kind of very strictly regulated players are joining this ecosystem. And if, of course, it comes with a lot of the changes and also challenges, and it comes with a lot of regulations to be in place and supervision how the market will be moving and how the players within this marketplace will behave. I think that very important also is to mention that we lawyers working in this ecosystem, we are really expecting, looking forward, what will be the outcome of the cases we call this FTX case, when the former CEO Sam Bankman-Fried was actually convinced of all 7 fraud-related charges, and so some of the experts are saying that we can wait for sentence in March of 2024. And this is very important because it will be a precedent which will describe how the judiciary looks on the fraudulent activities and crimes within the blockchain and digital ecosystem in general. And of course, we lawyers are really following the case and following all the actually updates and what's happening in that regard. I think, so also if you look over the world that is happening in this legal perspective, also since we are talking mostly with the our followers in India, of course I'm following also the market of India, and as we see, so everyone in India were expecting that by approving a new budget, that maybe some tax changes will be implemented, because some of the crypto traders and digital currency and crypto exchange owners in India are saying that taxes are too high, so that there should be some changes. But as I know, nothing has been changed till now. So still, like for example, in India, so even there is not like a very sophisticated system for licensing and regulation in place, but still from the tax perspective, the government is quite tough. So, and that's why also, of course, within the India, those who are doing the business and with the cryptocurrency should follow those rules. The same time, I think, if we look at the happening and what are the also trends, from the legal perspective, I think the rise of crypto crimes also is very important signal we have to follow, because if we see that this easy money has somehow and someone would like to think, it's very challenging in inviting also bad players to join the ecosystem. So we see the increase of scammers and hackers and all kind of advertisement, because of course the technology gives the great possibilities also to come up with fraudulent websites and projects, and that's why this crimes within the crypto ecosystem also becoming more and more important field where we lawyers have to also put our effort. And one more interesting diversion I would like to mention is, as I call, when the crypto marries artificial intelligence. So when these two industries are coming together, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and when they join and merge together with artificial intelligence. And it also comes with a lot of challenges, not only from technological point of view, but also from the legal perspective. When we talk about market predictions, how to follow market predictions, how to create a very effective trading methods. And when we talk about artificial intelligence, always there's the challenges which relates to the privacy, to the intellectual property, and all kind of reliable information which are coming from different oracles. So all these like mentioned factors are playing significant role also from the legal perspective if we deal on a daily basis with the projects which are working within this digital asset ecosystem. So I think these are like topical, so the latest points which I would like to mention in challenges we are looking already or expecting to face in the closest future. And thank you for your attention. If you will have questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Baiva. So we already are seeing that the Bitcoin ETF are making larger waves in the market, and the challenges that you tell are present in the crypto AI area are also like a very interesting, and hopefully we find solution for those soon. And also hopefully we get another news in the March as well. So next up, moving on, we have from our roster, Mr. Shakti Vishakan Rajaguru. He is a true global tech talent expert with remarkable 25-year journey across 4 continents. Recognized as a human capital domain subject matter expert, his leadership has not only won awards, but has also been instrumental in creating value through talent creation, education, employment, and investment on a global scale. So I would invite him to provide insights on talent creation, education, and employability in the world of Web3. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, DJ. And thank you so much, all the online participants. And the way Anupa started from the technology point of how the new education has opened up, and what kind of employment possibility in the name of job descriptions and job roles have evolved is something to be looked at from technology point of view. Second is from Powell's point of view, how financial freedom has occurred for an individual to access to a different stream of funding which is required for an entrepreneur who's looking to get inside with an idea, or somebody wanted to learn and trade and also have their own financial freedom when they are studying or when they are looking for a job. Is also, he explained the possibility what you can do with a small dollar by you directly engaging in the market. That is from the important point of view, how this market is getting, Web3 is getting regulated. That means it's a good story. When US started regulating, and more regulation brings in more and more collaboration and trust in this industry. And that is what Baiba has explained. So from a tech point of view, finance point of view, from a regulation point of view, how new age internet-based economy, which is going to be strengthened, is being clearly articulated. So let's take one identity, which is decentralized finance, which is very important for any new industry to thrive. So from a centralized finance, which is the fuel for the Web2 growth, the decentralized finance, which is the fuel for either you are looking for a job or you're looking for investment to start your idea into a project and project into your own enterprise. So the DeFi market, which was 16 billion, has reached 16 billion already, which is a pure internet driven from identity, which is centralized to a decentralized, where wallet becomes your identity, and wallet is also using your login also becomes your bank account. So that means when both gets merged, what kind of freedom it can give for an individual to either invest or to seek investment. So almost 46% CAGR, and we expect more than 200 billion in less than 5 years. So that is going to be the fuel. And once it gets regulated, the easy access becomes a global possibility for anyone sitting in the internet and trying to inject an idea and to make an idea into a story, into a project, into a career for themselves. So what from our experience, this is a global experience of finance accessibility. Second is from how does it translate into different roles. So we did a small mapping. So we mapped around 300 plus, precisely 317 job roles. If you want, you can get access to that file. I would ask the organizers to share it with each of the participants. So there are 300 plus job roles which are created with job description. What is it expected out of a Web3 specialist? And like the top, if you can call 50 plus blockchain roles, 30 plus crypto roles, 15 plus decentralized and DAO roles. So you get to see what kind of job opportunities are evolving. Every day this is getting updated, and every day top 5 positions are posted by us to connect from these 300 roles to how many more new roles are coming in. So it becomes very imperative for the learners today to understand where the market direction is going on, and you can able to pick up these job descriptions and find out where do you stay. So that's called a skill assessment. Once you do a skill assessment towards the trend of this technology, and you will be able to find out the gap. That's where you have to invest on your learning, and you can get that in multiple ways to connect these opportunities. So what we see as a global skill disruption is the time taken for an individual to choose a career in the previous era versus now. Previously, you need to your identity is the education institute, what you study. Use that for a campus or an off-campus selection. Then you have to use that identity to go and get a company employment, or you use your arm's length relationship with your friends, relatives, place where you stay, place where you are connected to know what job opportunities are there, and you connect. Either your academic institution becomes your identity, or your arm's length relationship becomes your identity to pick up a job or a career. Today, that is not the case. Your identity can be beyond your academic institution, beyond your arm's length connectivity. It can be your social profile. You can connect to anybody who's there in Australia, who's there in some Central Europe, who's there in US, Africa. You can connect and get to know what's happening. Also position who you are to them digitally. So that means your digital profile can be beyond your academic institution, can be beyond your arm's length relationship. So keeping that in mind, so creating your own profile at a very young age of yours becomes very imperative. And how do you own that profile is all the more important, because not only you are creating it valuable, but also you are trying to go into trade out of it. Can it become your own wallet? So that means it becomes lethal. So you can build your identity independent to all these other aspects. That means your possibilities are global. So keeping that scenario in mind, my input for this day, with accessibility to finance, with accessibility to knowledge, with an accessibility to the technology, all that they have to start is creating an independent, indigenous profile for themselves, so that their identity starts with that profile, and start building on that profile, and the opportunities are plentiful. And to know a little bit, they can access to these 300 plus job roles available, and how they can prepare for this role would be a good start, I think. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We have clearly understood that our skill is our social profile, and the digital profile goes way beyond any institution. And owning to that profile takes you a long way of success with global opportunities. And let's make sure to build on that. Thank you. So next up, let's welcome a chief Web 3.0 educationalist with over a decade of experience in human capital, Mr. Manjunath Vijay. Let's invite him to share his insights on Web 3.0 impact on global education accessibility and affordability. And it's worth noting that following his session, we'll delve into an exciting exploration of a new platform, Skillarium. Over to you, sir.
Happy afternoon, everyone. Glad that I'm meeting most of you people after a long time, and new fellow members have come into our community. It's been a pleasure meeting each and every one of you. Yes, we have come up with the concept and the company known as Skillarium, where we want to engage the global community to learn the skills, mainly into technical skills, irrespective of their regional or geographical barriers. We want to build a community where they can be able to access and accumulate the skills in a tokenized manner. So whatever they are going to spend or coming into the community, not only to learn, but also to be a participant and to be with the community on the longer run. Thereby, they can able to gain access to various informative related to technology as well as to the growth of the community. So in general, so let me explore about what is Skillarium and why we are here and what is our technical nuances and how we have mapped for the next 2 to 3 years